John, the 8th chapter, again, John, the 9th chapter, first verse. And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples answered him, saying, Teacher, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? YESHUA answered, Neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of Yah should be made manifest in him. I must work the works of him that sent me, while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground, and made clay of the spittle, and he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay. He put it on them. He put that spitty, muddy clay deal on the man's eyes, and said to him, Go, wash in the pool of Siloam, which is by interpretation sent. So it's called sent. Siloam. Siloam. Okay. He went his way, therefore, and he washed and came seeing. The neighbors, therefore, and they which before had seen him that he was blind, said, Is not this he that sat and begged? Some said, This is he. Others said, He is like him. He looked like him. Then he said, I am he. Therefore said they unto him, How were thine eyes open? And he answered and said, A man that is called YESHUA, aka Jesus, these days, made clay and anointed mine eyes, and said to me, Go to the pool of Siloam, and wash. And I went and washed, and I received sight. Then said they unto him, Where is he? He said, I know not. They brought to the Pharisees him that aforetime was blind. And it was the Sabbath day, when YESHUA, aka Jesus, made the clay and opened his eyes. Then again the Pharisees also asked him how he had received his sight. He said unto them, He put clay upon mine eyes, I washed, and do see. Therefore said some of the Pharisees, This man is not of God, Yah, because he keepeth not the Sabbath day. Others said, How can a man that is a sinner do such miracles? And there was a division among them. They say unto the blind man again, What sayest thou of him that he have opened thine eyes? He said, He is a prophet. But the Jews did not believe concerning him that he had been blind and received his sight, until they call the parents of him that received his sight. They say, ask them, saying, is this your son, who ye say was born blind? How then does he now see? His parents answered them and said, we know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. But by what means he now seeth, we don't know. Or who have opened his eyes, we know not. He is of age, ask him. He will speak for himself. These words spake his parents, because they feared the Jews. For the Jews had agreed already that if any man did confess that he was Christ, he should be put out of the synagogue. Therefore said his parents, he is of age, ask him. Then again called they the man that was blind, and said unto him, give Yah the praise, parentheses, God. We know that this man is a sinner. And he answered and said, whether he be a sinner or no, I know not. One thing I know, that whereas I was blind, now I see. They said to him again, what did he do to thee? How opened he thine eyes? And he answered them, I have told you already, and ye did not hear. Wherefore will ye hear it again? Will you also be his disciples? Then they reviled him and said, thou art his disciple. We are Moses' disciples. Yo, he didn't say that part. We know that God spake unto Moses. But as for this fellow, we know not from whence he is. We don't know where he came from. And the man answered and said unto them, why, herein is a marvelous thing, that ye know not from whence he is, but yet he have opened mine eyes. Now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of God, Yah, and doeth his will, him he heareth. Since the world began, was it not heard that any man opened the eyes of one that was born blind? If this man were not of God, he could do nothing. They answered and said unto him, thou wast altogether born in sins, and dost thou teach us? And they cast him out. Jesus, YESHUA, heard that they had cast him out. And when he had found him, he said unto him, doest thou believe on the Son of God? And he answered and said, who is he, Lord, teacher, that I might believe on him? And YESHUA, aka Jesus, said unto him, thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talketh with thee. And he said, Lord, Master, Teacher, I believe. and he worshiped him. And Yeshua said, "For judgment I am come into this world, that they which see not might see, and that they which see might be blind, made blind." And some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words, and said unto him, "Are we blind also?" And Yeshua, aka, said unto them, "If ye were blind, you would have no sin. But now you say, We see, therefore your sin remains." The end of chapter 9 in the book of John.